Hello, everyone. As usual, I hope that you are practicing your physical distancing and even with some things opening up, hope you're being cautious and that everyone's healthy and safe. I'm reporting to you this week from the mountains, if you will, the desert, the Negev desert in Israel. And I thought it would be appropriate, actually, for us to talk about the desert because the Torah portion this week is actually called Bemidbar, which means in the desert. Not only is it the Torah portion's name Bemidbar, but it is also the name of the entirety of the book. We are done with the book of Leviticus. It is done and gone, and now we begin the fourth book of the Torah, Bemidbar, the book of Numbers. Here we are. Bemidbar means in the desert. Numbers doesn't translate, but we'll talk about that some other time. But we get to talk about the book of Bemidbar. And I don't know if you remember the last time we chatted, maybe the first time we chatted about the book of Leviticus. This book actually is the beginning of the Israelites continuing on their journey, because the entire book of Leviticus, the Israelites are camped. The whole book of Leviticus, the Israelites are camped. So right now, when we start the book of Numbers, the book of Bemidbar, the Israelites actually pack up their belongings and actually start to venture on the continued journey, which lasts in the total of, everyone? How long? Huh? Yeah, 40 years. Good. So, but I want to talk to you a little bit about, this is just a teaser, clearly, right? You know that we're going to be discussing soon, right? It's at like 9:30 in the morning. So soon, in a couple of minutes after you get your sip of water or your coffee or your snack, we're going to be able to chat on Zoom for the Torah portion. But to just whet your palate, I want you to be thinking about what's going on for the Israelites. So they get all these laws, the whole book of Leviticus, and now we start to move, and I will tell you that the book of Numbers is quite complicated. There's a lot going on here. I would say that it's about rebellion, there's some betrayal, there's certainly complaining. We know the Israelites are very good at complaining, so there's certainly, there's some challenges, there's some deep senses of having purpose for a lot of different people. And so it's really a complicated book, but the entry to the book is also complicated. There's some faction creating in terms of the tribes, because they have to get back moving, right? The Israelites have been sitting for the whole previous book. So all these different pieces, and we learn about how distance works and how far you can camp, and lots of details in the middle. But that overarching piece of the people starting to move and attempting to create true identity, to transfer themselves from Israelites into what would eventually become a Jewish people, taking themselves from this band of people who were slaves and turning themselves into a nation, the nation, the people of Israel. So it's a pretty heavy book. And I picked this background on purpose, not just because it's Bemidbar in the desert, but the book takes place in this sort of rough and tough wilderness. And the wilderness is almost its own character. I mean, there are characters in here, obviously Moses and Miriam and Aaron are in here, but the desert is almost its own character, and I want us to think about that. So in a few minutes, please hit the Zoom link, come and chat with me at 9:30, and we can talk a little bit more about Bemidbar and the complexity of the desert and what that means for the Israelites. So again, see you soon, 9:30, Zoom link. Probably bring some water maybe and some kind of covering for your head. It's going to be hot in the desert, probably. Okay, see you soon, 9:30.